Hi guys, name is Joshua Root, and I'm here to talk about McDitton's Irish Pub and Restaurant's proposal. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a few slides, and we'll go over each slide step by step. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll be the best to help you guys out. So let's start. So when we take a look at the first slide. Pretty much a proposal on McDitton's Irish Pub in South Tampa, Florida. Basically, the overview. We basically want to take a look at the knowledge of McDitton's, the needs and wants for a better business for the future. Right now, they seem to be needing more office personnel as well as help at the bar to increase the revenue. When I had spoke with the managers and owners at this local pub, they had talked about, a lot of stuff that could be changed and ways that, might help them out. So I went ahead and gave them a few ideas, and we went ahead and sat down and identified a few of the problems with this business and tried to go ahead and solve these in a timely manner. Making sure this, this local pub is the only place to visit in South Tampa would be a bonus for them, even though there's 6 other bars on the main strip on South Howard. So basically, we want to take a look, figure out what their drawbacks are, set up some goals, go ahead through with these goals and solve them. They've encountered a large variety of problems and wants. So when we take a look at this business model, which is basically an overview, we want to find a solution, to their problems. And some of these problems that we're trying to take a look at include profit margin, increase in revenue, and trying to consolidate data, into, a program instead of having, hard copies scattered throughout the, the office and different types of programs to do different things. It'd be a lot easier if we could just kind of minimize everything and just get it on one disk. Right now, with the current situations, Barry O'Connor is the owner of this pub right now. He's a big stickler. He definitely wants to increase the profit margin. He's come up with a few ways. I've come up with a few ways, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. He definitely wants to increase revenue without having to spend more than what was planned. That's a big deal because you're getting all sorts of specials on the liquor and beer that they're buying, because you buy in bulk. It's obviously a little cheaper. They definitely need to sit down and highlight the areas of interest, such as hiring a few more managers, weeding out the bad employees, figuring out what the bar needs, what the kitchen needs, and so forth. They definitely need to eliminate some of the problems throughout the staff, whether it be minor altercations or just figuring out what staff members need to do their job well. Another big deal right now is being able to market this business using flyers, social media, radio broadcasts, television commercials. All those will help. They definitely need to figure out some solutions to these problems and understand the threats from some of the local pubs as they continue to increase their revenue and figure out the wants and needs of the consumer. Some of the solutions that we talked about in the meeting via Skype and phone call was looking into these data sheets to see what is being spent compared to what is being earned. It's definitely a weekly basis kind of thing. You want to see what's being put out there and what you're actually making. That'll help you determine whether or not your bartenders are overpouring, giving away free stuff, or if someone's actually stealing throughout the company. Definitely increasing the revenue by increasing pricing, whether it be by 25 cents, 30 cents for beer and liquor prices, will definitely help with the cost and help with the increased revenue. when we're buying in bulk, we're getting things a lot cheaper. For instance, when we buy a case of Fireball, we're getting it for about 45 bucks a case, which is 12 bottles. You go to a store, a liquor store, and buy a bottle of Fireball. It's about 16 bucks a bottle. There's 30 shots in a bottle. So we're selling shots of $4 or $5 a pop. So you're increasing your profit margin by almost 250%. Another thing to look at is maybe having a meeting once a week with the owner and managers to make sure everyone's on the same page, addressing problems, concerns at the bar, talking to the staff definitely about daily specials, definitely inspiring them, maybe even coming up with a program to, whoever has the most sales for that night gets a prize. Just keep them motivated, keep them going, sell, sell, sell. Another good idea we talked about was bringing in a professional marketing rep to go about with the staff and jot down ideas of positive, good ways to market the business. That's always key, whether it be social media, whether it be going out handing out free drink cards at hotels for, clients. So there's a variety of ways. We definitely need to take a look at some of the other local bars and what they're doing, their specials, and compete with them. So those are a few of the solutions that we came up with. Basically, I'm here, to help out McDitton's with the benefits and risk. I mean, the benefits are I'm coming in, we're basically brainstorming, we're figuring out what the problems are, and then we're going to take those problems and dissect them. By that I mean, we need to figure out what the wants and needs are of the consumers as it's changing year in, year out. Granted, we cater to the University of Tampa college students, so that's typically the same. The benefits of this is we're going to increase our sales. We're going to keep our same clientele. We want to keep the regulars around. But doing this, we're going to have to take some risks, whether that be we're spending more money, spending more time. There's always drawbacks to, taking that next step. But if you don't take it, then you're never going to find out. Basically, what I did was set up a project approval and setup table. I went ahead and contacted some of the management, lead bartenders, kitchen manager, and talked to them about, their concerns and ways to fix it. So, for instance, I spoke with Barry O'Connor, which is the owner, Kevin Richardson, who is a general manager, and then Eddie Cabbage, who is the assistant manager. So for a bar that holds over 1,000 people, only having 2 managers on staff at night seems a little unrealistic. Granted, they're trying to save money, but you almost need a 3rd manager on at all times. Just because the owner's not there at night. Granted, you have the lead bartender Zach Miller and the kitchen manager Brett Abel, but the kitchen shuts down at midnight. The bar is open till 3 a.m. The bartenders are always busy on the bar, so for them to come off and help manage isn't really truly realistic. So, there's definitely ways to solve this issue. A call to action. When deciding how to present my report, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Granted, I'm doing this right now. We're doing a live, video cast. We got PowerPoint slides. We got a 20-page report that we just went ahead and fixed up. I just got to do whatever it takes, whether, making spreadsheets to figure out, profit margin, where we're breaking even, where things can be fixed, whether, we need to increase with liquor and beer or where we need to decrease, maybe, not have so many bands booked throughout the week to cut costs. There's just so many ways to save money and make this a better atmosphere, not only for the college students and the regulars, but for the community. It's definitely very important to the staff and the pub and the community to understand the concerns and ways to fix these problems. Definitely having all this information detailed out and drawn out ensure that everybody's on the same page. It's a lot easier to see things visually than it is to hear it, as we all know. So that's basically my call to action. I mean, we got all different types of references that I use, so we can, we can take a look at that and figure that out. So just want to let you guys know that, I'm all here for McDenton's Irish Pub, and can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you.